One of the main reasons why I made the characters interracial was my experience dating interracially.
Okay.
So my thoughts were more.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Korea Unfiltered. Guys, I have been gone for so long. I was enjoying the motherland, and then I realized, oh snap, I don't have any more episodes to edit. I should get back in the studio. So I'm back in the studio, and today's guest is really exciting. It's the first time I've had a guest who can actually say they're an Arthur. Ota. If you guys can't tell, she's British. I'm American. I'm also Kenyan, so my English slips a little bit sometimes. But today I can have an Arthur. Introducing today's guest, Fatima. Woo! I like how we had like a whole dialogue before
Right.
being like introducing my guest. Girl, I'm sorry.
It's
Would you
alright.
like to introduce yourself?
Hi guys, my name is Fatima Alabi. I'm an author for an interracial romance novel called The Strings Between Love and Race.
Yeah, it's here, guys. I got a copy. You know, it's funny because when you told me you were an author, I was like, how am I gonna get a book? Like, I was like, I don't. Are you just gonna come and tell me about the book? Like, will I ever know about the book? So she actually got me a copy, which I thought was very sweet. This is how it looks like, so you guys don't get mistaken on Amazon when you go to look for it. If it's not this one, it's not hers. Okay, guys?
Facts.
This is the only one that you have. Right?
Facts.
Okay,
But that's fiction.
this is the one that she has. How? I was gonna ask how long have you been in Korea, but you're a tourist here currently, right?
Yes, I'm visiting, yeah.
How did you become interested in Korea?
So it actually started from, I wasn't searching for Korea,
Yeah.
but Korea found me, is how I'm going to say it.
okay,
yeah.
okay.
So at that time, I'd started working for a Vietnamese family. They own a business. And I wanted to find a way to connect with them. So I went on Netflix and I started searching for like just East Asian shows. As you know, Netflix doesn't carry a lot of Vietnamese shows.
I don't even think I've seen one before.
There
to be
you go.
honest.
So I
Yeah.
started with like Chinese dramas. Wasn't hitting. Then I went with Japanese. Something just wasn't there.
Yeah.
Then I heard someone speak Korean.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is this? What is this magic? And from that moment on, I was hooked. Like that night, I think I slept 5 a.m. and I had work at 10.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was watching my first show. If you haven't seen it already, go watch it. Empress Key.
Empress Key.
Loved
Have
it.
I seen it? Who's the main actor?
What's the name? G1. G1. And the guy from Hila. Have you seen Hila? Or recently, what did he do? Sandari.
Empress is
Welcome
it? Is this
Cindy.
the one that one person is a royal family and the other one is a normal person? Or
Oh, no. So it's like two, one from Korea and one from the, what were they called? The Shia,
Shilla dynasty.
yes, the Shia
Oh, okay.
dynasty.
Yeah.
And they were both like, trying to, there was a struggle for power, the change that was happening.
okay.
And this girl was in the middle of it. She was
Okay.
pretending to be a boy.
Yeah.
To, pass.
Oh,
Yeah, there
That
was a
sounds
whole
familiar.
thing.
Okay, it sounds familiar.
It's a really
Yeah.
good show. You should watch it.
I mean, you slept at 5 a.m., so
Girl.
there's a reason she's
Yeah.
slept at 5 a.m.
Do you know so bad, yeah?
Yeah.
I'll be at work. I'll go to the bathroom
Yeah.
just to watch someone. So cute.
Okay, now you're an addict.
No,
You
seriously.
sound like an addict.
I was like, it was like crack to me.
I was like, I need to go to the bathroom and get my hit.
Literally, because I'm like, how have I lived my whole life missing this?
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It was a whirlwind experience. I loved it.
You know what? I am so happy I found K-drama when I was a child and I had time.
I'm jealous.
You found it when you're an adult and you have work.
But you know, exactly.
like you have a life.
This is why, I'm sorry, I know lockdown was horrible.
Yeah.
A lot of people were sad. And the introverts,
Oh, we were happy.
I was living
I mean,
my
minus,
best life.
the
Yeah,
vid going on.
Exactly.
But being stuck at home wasn't a problem.
I was getting paid to watch K-drama.
Girl.
At home.
That remote work?
It was no, because it was a physical store.
Yeah.
They had to close down.
Oh, yeah. I almost jumped through your book, girl. Oh, yeah, that's true.
So I was just at home.
Getting that
Getting
money and
paid
you're just like...
to watch K-drama.
I know you watched so many at that time.
Oh my god. I think I finished everything, mate.
You're
Seriously.
like, Netflix is like, you're done.
What else is there? Like, sis, you finished it all.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
what's your favorite up to date? Your favorite K drama?
I think it's still Empress Key because I've watched it. Do you know what's crazy?
Really?
I rewatched it and I
Yeah.
experienced it differently because the first time I watched it, I was rooting for another guy.
Yeah.
And then I watched it again, I was rooting for the other guy and I still cry like a baby.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
okay.
I love it. I absolutely. I think this is the only show I can keep watching and still feel that new feeling.
Yeah.
Do you
Oh,
know
a
what I
new
mean?
emotion every time you look.
Yes.
Maybe I need to watch it.
You should watch it, honestly.
When was that? When did you start like watching
This was like
K-drama?
2018, I believe.
Oh, okay, so that's quite recent still.
Yeah.
That's recent.
To be fair, at first I was a bit sad that, you know, I lived all my life not watching K-dramas, but then I thought about it. I was like, Fatima, now you have a whole catalogue.
You have
You
a lot
had to
of
wait
stuff.
for episodes, honey.
Girl.
I had it all
Wow,
laid out.
the shade.
I had the back to back. I could binge watch like it was
She
Netflix.
said you have
Yeah.
to wait for.
Sorry.
I did have to wait for episodes.
There you go.
That's true.
Now I'm waiting for
girl.
episodes and I'm like, oh, this is so hard.
You can have episodes you're waiting for, but you have other stuff that you can watch because there's so much stuff to watch.
To be fair, literally in a week or in a day, sometimes I'm like, oh, I need to rotate through all this like shows.
Yeah.
The 30 minutes one, the 1 hour one. I love the daily drama, the revenge.
Yeah.
Korean people be revenging all the time. Like
The
they
way
get
people
their
in
lick back.
bro, K-dramas, the way they get their lick back, you look at yourself and you're like, I'm not evil enough.
Like,
my
really?
evil is not like this.
What really
type of
pisses me
evil.
off though is like when the bad guy gets, you know,
Yeah.
a payback and then they get mad.
And I'm like, what did you expect?
Like, I'm sorry.
How could you do this to me? Excuse me?
Get a taste of your own medicine. Like, what? No.
That's how I felt when you watched The Glory? That's how I felt when like she got her lick back and everybody was like acting like, no, we didn't mean to. And I'm
Exactly. Why are you being so mean to us?
like, yeah, I was like, you meant to do that.
Like, seriously? No.
was
What's your
crazy.
favorite show though?
So I started watching K-drama in like 2007, 2006.
Ooh, jealous.
And my favorite one till now is called My Wonderful Life. It has
I'm sure I've
Eugene
seen it.
Kim. It has like it's like about a child who has leukemia. She gets pregnant by mistake. They end up getting married and she gives birth to a child who has leukemia and they have to like figure that out.
I think I've been trying to watch that show. Is it really that? It's good.
It's old as hell.
Oh
girl,
my
but
goodness.
it's how I started liking Eugene Kim, the actress.
Really?
Like she's one of my favorite actresses. That one and My Lovely Kim Samsoon. Have you watched that one?
Of course I
Yes. See now
am. I love
that
it with
drama.
Hyunbin. Yeah.
He used to be my man back in the day
Girl,
before I
till
even
he
know what a
beca-
man is.
Right? Oh my
I
gosh.
was like, oh, now he's married, so I can't talk about him the way.
Right?
Listen, when
Secret
you're married, I'm
Garden?
like, have fun. Yes.
I love him there.
Secret Garden is another one that like is a classic.
I watched that a few times as well.
It is what do you think of like the new K-drama and the old K-drama? How would you compare
Oh,
K-drama?
To be
like
honest, right, I love watching old dramas.
Yeah.
It's like a warm hug.
Yeah.
I feel.
Yeah.
The new ones are more vibrant. Don't get me wrong, they're good, but there's something about the old ones that just gives you that feeling of just authenticity. You felt their love.
Yeah.
There wasn't a need for a huge physical.
I don't even think they
interaction, like
touched
you
at all
felt
in the whole
There
drama.
you go.
Yeah.
But this is what I love about K-drama. I love a slow burn where like even just the hand grazing each other, it's like, oh
Oh my god.
my heart is like thumping. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like I just love the build up. You see how their relationship grow, and I did the same thing with my book. I wanted people to feel what that love feels, but because people think, oh, how would you put those two races together? But it's not about that. I wanted them to see the moments that created that relationship
Yeah.
or that emotion.
Yeah.
And I hope we've done that well.
Yeah.
My readers tell me I have, but yeah, we'll
Yeah.
see.
Let me hold this book right there so people know what you're talking about. Okay, I'm gonna hold it like that. Okay. There was something I was gonna ask and then I kind of forgot. I feel like these days K-dramas, the love story is super fast. There's even sex in some scenes now. Like back in the day, seeing sex on K-dramas, that was a no-no. Even like being in bed together, you barely even saw that. But now when you watch like Netflix shows, it's very R-rated now. K-drama has become some have become quite R-rated. How do you feel about that? Oh,
Do you know what it is? I don't mind it if it's done well. I don't know if you've seen the latest drama. I think it's called Queen Wu, if I'm not mistaken. It's got the guy from have you seen Healer?
no,
What else has he done? K2?
he's the main guy in K2. Yes,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
have seen it.
him.
Yeah, I've seen
So, Chang Wu?
something, Chang something for sure.
Yeah.
Yes, Chang something. I'm
He's
sorry.
so bad.
I'm sorry,
He
sir.
is
I'm
so
sorry.
hot, but
Yeah.
I don't know, yeah, his
Your,
name.
your name is difficult.
I
Sorry.
don't know his name.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was in this like historical drama where it was mainly about the female lead, but obviously he was a husband. They went really physical there. Like it made the news.
Did
It made the news. They went really physical.
Oh.
Like you saw,
Oh.
yeah, and like the grind in the. I'm like, oh,
Okay, drama
this
different
is where we're
these days.
now.
Okay, yeah.
But to be fair, that does take away from like seeing romance and seeing that they care for each other. But like I said, if it's done right, a good kiss is enough for me. Just like this show, what's it called? It's with the same guy where he has.
You love this guy, bro.
I do love him.
It's the same actor.
Where they were frozen for a few years and then they got defrosted. You can
Sounds
call
like
it.
Avatar. Sorry, Avatar: The Last
forgot what it's
Airbender.
called.
Just kidding. No.
So and there was like they both had to stay at a certain temperature or they could die. So yeah, when they were now, the kiss scene, they were both getting obviously heated up. So to calm themselves down, they had to go into the shower to like get cold water running while they kiss. And I'm like, it's giving. It's giving,
It's giving what
uniqueness.
it's supposed to be giving.
Well, you should go to YouTube. It's really good. I'll find the name for you. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind when it's done right, but sometimes it does seem very forced. I think a lot of people watch K-drama because of the romance that's clearly fake. But you watch it because you're like, I wish this was real life, right?
True.
But when the K-drama is too real, now you're like, bro,
What's going on?
why y'all already grinding and y'all just met? This is too real now, you know?
What I don't like sometimes is like you can tell the actors are uncomfortable kissing. I hate things like that. Like, sis, if you're gonna act, go all the way. I know your man is watching, but you chose this job. Do you know what I mean?
I know your husband is,
One example I'll give is it a good day to be a dog? With Cha Unu. I love Cha. He inspired June, by the way.
Oh,
My Cha Unu. Yes. I love Cha Unu.
guy,
Of course,
guys.
look at me knowing his name.
Yeah.
Very clearly.
the one person you know that in real life, that's why I know the name.
Right.
Yeah.
So in that drama, he was literally giving this girl everything. And she was just there like, oh, cringe.
You know what I do have to say, because I have worked like behind the scenes and stuff, and I hear stuff. Your girl, my ears stay in
give
the
me
industry.
The tea. Give me the tea.
Sometimes either they don't get along, like you might feel like, oh, they're probably really good friends. They probably don't even like each other when they're working with each other. Or sometimes some actors or actresses will smoke before a kiss scene.
Oh, so it's
and
like
then now you're just having like that like icky, or they'll drink before a kiss scene, and you're having to kiss this guy who smells like smoke, and you're like, oh.
At least
But
brush
you
your
can't-
teeth, bro.
Yes, but some people will not brush their teeth.
Wow.
So maybe I'm not saying Taunu smokes.
No, of course.
I'm not
My
saying
babes would
that.
never
I'm
do
not even
that.
saying his breath stank. Maybe she was just thinking about her man or something. I'm
Like,
just
oh,
saying.
this is
But
cheating.
Yeah, or they just didn't like each other behind the scene. You
Well,
never
true.
know what's going on. So sometimes I see that and I'm like, I just make up scenarios. I'm like, they probably don't even like each other.
True.
But I be hearing stuff, girl.
I saw a drama recently,
Yeah.
but in the drama, they were actors or whatever.
Yeah.
And one of the actors wanted to get back to his female lead.
Yeah.
And he went to eat a lot of garlic
Oh my
for a kiss
God.
scene. She slapped the crap out of him.
Of course. 'Cause,
Yeah.
Now you
I'm like,
kiss garlic.
that's a pretty good payback. Eat
True.
garlic and you have to kiss me.
I'm like, come here. It's just like garlic breath or like, ugh,
Oh
ew.
my goodness.
That's why I can't be an actress who's out here making out with people. Because I would be like, did you brush your
Like, bro,
teeth?
I just saw you
Yeah.
picking your nose.
We just had lunch,
earlier.
but that's disgusting. That is disgusting. I think I would pretend I'm sick and go home.
And then
'cause
he
I'm
licked
not.
his fingers after. You're like,
And I
hell
have
no.
to make out with this guy.
Find a new character because it's not gonna be me.
You know what? I appreciate that. I don't really be seeing tongue in K dramas like that. I
true.
appreciate it. It'd just be like a little peck.
Like just
bless you,
up and
Jesus.
down, up and down.
Yeah.
The usual.
Back in the day, it used to be just like touching lips. And I used to be like, as a kid, I'm like, that's kissing. And then as an adult, I'm like, that's
That is
stupid.
not kissing. That's
not
just
kissing at all.
I don't even know what
Like,
to call that.
It's just touching lips.
The worst one with those kind of kisses that I hate.
Yeah.
They would just stay there and like
Not
nothing.
move. They're just like,
And then the director goes around spinning. I'm
Oh
like,
my
bro,
God.
they're still not moving no matter what angle you film it at.
those
Stop.
used to be so immature. But as a kid, you're like, oh my God, this is so romantic. Yeah. But as an adult, you're like, this is weird.
Oh my gosh, like stop
like,
it.
nobody does this.
Or like then the guy would try and move
Oh,
and the
God.
girl's like, bro, my boyfriend is watching this right now. I'm not moving my lips.
Like, you better stay still. But oh my God, we spent like a good 15 minutes talking about dramas and
Yeah.
not talking about why you came here.
Let's do it.
So, this is her book, The Strings Between Love and Race. And I really, really want you to explain to us what made you write this book.
Okay, so we're gonna dive back a bit. The reason I even became a writer at all, it's a bit of a downer story, but we're not here to be sad. No tissues, guys.
Yeah. If you need
So-
tissues, it's okay though.
At 19, I was homeless.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. And I was squatting at the office I was interning at. It was like a 24 hours office. So yeah, after everybody would go, I would stay behind.
Yeah.
And my only escape at that point was either TV shows
Yeah.
or movies. Then at that point, the book or the trilogy, 50 Shades of Grey, was trending. And I'm like, what is the fuss about this book?
Yeah.
So a friend of mine that worked there had a copy. And she was like, oh, she doesn't think it's a big deal. So I was like, oh, lend me your copy then.
Yeah.
that was the first time in my life, first of all, that I've read a book till the end.
Wow.
Second, I read all 3 books
And
in
they're
a week.
huge, aren't they? Girl, I've seen how thick them
Like
books
400 pages
Oh.
in a week.
Wow.
I read
You
more.
were there like...
And I'm like, but then what's
Dang.
crazy about it? When people hear that, they think, oh, just
Yeah.
because of the sex scenes.
Ah,
No,
yeah.
I'm a romance girl. Like, I love the love so much that I would go back and reread like the romantic scenes and stuff like that. And that really helped me escape at that point where I
Yeah.
needed just solace. So I promised myself that I would someday write a story that helps other people escape bad times. And here we are. The book was produced.
And I want to read the back a little bit
Go
just for people to like kind of get a, you know, before you start talking about it, to kind of get a, English is not Englishing right now.
Get a feel for what
there
it's
we,
about.
Thanks, girl. That's why you're a writer,
you,
not
got
me.
you.
I'll read a little bit of it. This is the back of the book. I'm reading the back of the book, guys. It says, fangirling was how Mina, a black British Nigerian girl, escaped being tortured by her past mistakes, which tore her family apart, vowing to live like a ghost to pay for her sins. But her plans fail when she gets entangled with a popular boy in school, a British South Korean named Jun. Through hardships and their undefined love, they get separated. 10 years later, Mina moves to South Korea to work as an intern through a foreign exchange program at the label of her favorite K-pop group, NO, where she reunites with June in an unexpected twist of fate. Ooh, can I read one of the
Of
excerpt?
course.
So this, do you hate when people do this?
No, go for it.
I love doing
it's
this
your
on a
copy.
book, especially because it's mine now. Girl,
Go
I
do
love
what you wanna
this
do.
little folding the book thing. Oh, I love doing that.
Like bending the spine.
Yes, I'm like, now I'm ready to read because I read like this, and I would just keep bending it.
Ah.
Okay, so this says praise from the readers. I don't usually go for romance novels. However, this author has the captivating ability to pull you in and submerge you in Mina's world. I found myself lost in this book for hours. A real page turner. Ooh. It was a pleasant read. That was Jasmine. It was a pleasant read and certainly delivered on the romance in K-pop world as promised. I really got into the whole K-entertainment world drama very fast and enjoyed it. That was Ernie?
Yes.
Ernie?
Yes.
Okay, Ernie. Okay, sorry. I'm not going to read everybody's excerpt, okay? We can't sit here and read the excerpt when they're the actual writers here. So you got the idea to write the book because you read 50 Shades of Grey, right?
Yes.
And then what was your journey to writing this book?
So first of all, although I loved 50 Shades of Grey, 50 Shades of Grey, this is a clean romance. It's a coming of age story.
Yeah.
Only one kiss scene,
Ooh.
but the build up, and this is what I love when I read as well, is
Yeah.
the build up of those small moments that you don't even need like an exotic scene to feel the love they feel for each other. So specifically K-pop or K-drama. Obviously I discovered K-dramas, fell in love with it. Then the reason I wrote specifically this book and this book first, Mina was the first person that came to me. So before becoming an author, I was a fashion designer.
Ooh.
Yeah, I did it for a bit,
Yeah.
a few years. And I once had a client come in. I was making her a bridesmaid's dress. And she was on her phone the whole time, like really immersed in it. And I'm like, what's going on? Why are you so immersed in your phone? And she was like, oh, I'm trying to sell an extra ticket I have for BTS's concert. This is the first time they're coming to the UK. I'm so excited.
wow.
And I'm like, at that point, I didn't know anything about K-pop, K-drama. I'm like, girl, you're 28. What are you doing? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So I was like judging her harshly, thinking only kids should
Yeah,
be fangirls or whatever. And then after that whole situation happened, and I fell in love with K-dramas, people looked at me the same way. Like, girl, what are you doing?
Like you're older, like why are you, yeah.
Then I remembered that girl and I felt so bad.
That you judged
Because
her
I judged
too.
her exactly.
Yeah.
So I created Mina as a way to apologize to her and show the world what it means to be a fangirl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's technically no age that you can be a
Exactly.
fangirl.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I did an extensive amount of research, just seeing the different age groups, and I've seen like mama armies. You see like the men, the women,
Yeah.
different like races, different continents, different nationalities. It's just amazing to see what this music or shows do for people, and it's done it for me too. Just not K-drama at that time, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So getting to learn their driving force, seeing the kind of charities they do, some of them raise millions just because they see their idol doing the same thing to
Yeah,
help people.
yeah.
And I love the movement and like the inspiration these boys and girls like give people amazing stuff. So I wanted to show that. Even one girl I saw from my research, she said she was going through cancer at the time, but just listening to the music kept her like hopeful.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And I wanted to
okay.
show that through the book, because Mina has her own struggles, and she
Yeah.
uses music as an escape, but also a way to find solace in a big crowd, because she didn't want to be seen. So when she's amongst fangirls, she felt like,
She blends in with
there
them.
you go.
Yeah, it's
there
like
you
a
go.
community, because it is. I feel like K-pop idol fans, they do create like a community.
Absolutely.
Like there's, I don't know a lot. Okay, I'm gonna say Blackjacks because I used to be a Blackjack. Listen, me and 21 were like they don't know I exist, but you know, I was like this with them. And then Big Bang VIPs, like back in the day, like that was like what I would say like my groups were.
Okay.
So I can see like how that community does help people when they're going through something.
Yeah.
And even if you don't understand the language, it's just like it's a vibe.
It does something to
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
For me, although I wrote a K-pop romance novel, I love OSTs. Sad songs make me so happy.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works.
Oh, that's weird. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know how that works.
I
but
love
just
sadness.
love how sad it is. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so
Oh,
beautiful.
it'd be sad. What's your favorite OST?
Oh, that's a hard one. So
Yeah.
I listened to a few while writing the book. I have to mention King Bong-soo.
Oh, he's an amazing singer. Oh, okay, yeah, that's a classic.
When I watched that Stairway to Heaven,
Yeah.
I cried
Oh
like
my,
a baby.
yeah, I cried like that too.
I can't rewatch it till now.
Yep.
Like, it's so sad.
It's very sad. I do remember I cried at that one too. I think my favorite. Have you watched The Queen's what?
Under the Queen's Umbrella?
Not Gambit. What am I saying? There we go. The Queen's Gambit is like a freaking what? Anyways, Under the Queen's Umbrella.
Really good.
The OST with Elaine called Child. If I played it, you would know it. You
Really?
probably don't know the title, but I remember hearing that OST, and it's the first time I've actually like downloaded an OST, and like I know all the lyrics to that OST.
Wow.
Like Elaine did her thing in that
She-
OST.
she's
But yeah, even the whole drama in itself,
Oh.
Chef's Kiss. That drama is amazing.
No, it is.
yeah, very amazing. So for you, it was OSTs that led you.
Absolutely. And inspired a few scenes. So, Oh My Angel from is it Angel's Last Dance or Angel's... I've forgotten what it's called.
Girl, I can't help you with that
Oh My
one.
Angel,
Yeah.
really good song. Another song I absolutely love is Love Always Runs Away. It's
Yeah.
another OST as well.
Yeah.
What other OSTs do I like a lot? Some old school ones as well. There's one from Yisan. Oh, it has
song
like
is-
the old school sounds. It just warms my heart.
Yeah.
And Baby-Faced Beauty. There's an OST there as well I love.
Yeah.
So I was just listening to music. How I wrote the book every day on my way to work for an hour. That was the time I could carve in.
Yeah.
So I'll be on the bus listening to this music, passing these beautiful like locations, writing the scenes. And it was like a rush because I only had an hour.
Yeah.
So I pulled it all out. And I
I'm sure
remember where I was in certain scenes. Because when I write certain sad ones, I'll start crying and I'm like, oh my God, this is so emotional.
yeah.
Everybody's looking on the bus like, this girl crazy.
What is
like,
wrong with
what
this
is she
girl?
doing?
Yeah.
What is she typing or who is she texting so violently?
Were you doing laptop or phone?
Phone. I wrote the whole book on my phone.
Oh, wow. Okay.
On my
yeah.
phone,
Yeah.
yeah.
Jeez, and it's a thick book.
Yeah.
How many pages is it, John?
It's like
It's like almost 400
49?
pages.
Yeah.
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 That's crazy to write it on your phone. And it's not like small letters or big letters, actually. It's like medium letters. So that's a lot. But
Yeah.
guys, I'm not going to give you a preview. Mind your business.
No
Yeah.
spoilers.
Oh, wow. Okay. And then a big thing that I've seen in the synopsis, would this be called a synopsis?
Yeah,
Is
a
it
blurb,
Okay, okay.
synopsis.
In the synopsis, is they're both from different backgrounds.
Yes.
So Mina is British Nigerian.
Yes.
And then June is British South Korean,
Yeah.
right? What made you choose those two nationalities?
I've had some people like comment, oh, insert yourself type thing, like AKA I'm writing about myself, whatever. And I'm like, look, first of all, right?
Yeah.
I've been in interracial relationships, and the main reason why I chose K-pop and a black girl, you already know about like the way K-pop artists dating is so frowned upon, and not to even talk about a Wegugan, like a foreigner
Oh,
and a
girl.
black foreigner.
Girl.
I wanted to piss some people off. Just
I know
to
they
be
pissed
honest.
off, girl. Keep being pissed.
Yes.
Yeah.
And another thing is, I just wanted, so specifically Cha Unu was the reason why I chose to make the guy South Korean. I was watching him for a while, and then I started watching a variety show he was doing called Master's House. Oh, Masters in the House, that's it. And he would share a few personal things. And I remember there was a time where he mentioned, oh, he once liked a girl, but he got rejected. And everybody was so shocked.
Yeah,
But you're
yeah.
good looking, why would someone reject you?
Yeah.
And I thought about it, and I was like, why would someone reject him? the girl might feel intimidated or scared.
Of course.
Like
yeah.
people will come for her and say,
Yeah.
you don't match him, you're not good enough to be his girlfriend. That kind of pressure, people run away from it.
Yeah.
And things like, sometimes he had mentioned, he went to this actor's house. They're a couple, they're both actors. And just watching them talk, he started crying. And the lady looked at him and said, I know what you're feeling. She mentioned someone to talk to. And he was like, yeah, he feels
Yeah.
alone sometimes
Yeah.
because you're scared to share with people. Would they go reveal what you said? You just never feel like your burden or your guard can be put down. And that made me so sad for him.
Yeah.
So I kind of wanted to heal child owner with this book. In my way, I wrote a character where I hope he would be free enough to, you know, be who he wants to be and not care. And hope his fans would love him enough to, you know, go with
Accept
his
it.
journey.
Yeah.
So that's why I chose that. And also me loving South Korean culture, I wanted to show that, but I also wanted to introduce the readers to Nigerian culture. It's what I'm familiar with. If I write a Ghanaian culture or like Kenyan, I
It'll
feel
be
like I
hard,
would not
yeah.
do it justice.
Yeah, yeah.
So me being Nigerian myself, I introduced the food, I introduced a bit of music. So there's a wedding in the very first chapter. So you get to hear about like Nigerian wedding sort of dishes and the weatherness between a Nigerian and a Ghanaian. So
Yeah.
I had to call my Ghanaian friend like, what do you guys eat?
Girl,
Because
tell me
I don't want to
some.
get it wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
And even the outfit. So it was so much fun, like researching and also making sure a South Korean reads the book to see that I've done it, you know, justice. And
Yeah.
have I told their story the right way, the things I've mentioned. So my friends really loved that I actually display their culture in the book, which I'm so excited for. Yeah, I just love the two cultures I love. I wanted to bring them together, but I also wanted to hopefully open people's mind to realize it's okay for K-pop art. They're human, guys. It's okay for them to date.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah.
get you have this fantasy, but you're there with your boyfriend. Do you remember about a celebrity that is supposed to not have a life? Ridiculous. Look at what's going on with Rise right now. It's crazy. I don't know if you've heard about it.
Oh, girl,
Yeah.
the way I spelled it in my head is not the way it's written. I was like,
Riaz,
rise, like
I've
go
heard,
up.
I've heard different pronunciations.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy because of his past, because he kissed the girl, because
You
he,
know, it's when you're a child, like when you're a teenager, I feel like you're like, yeah, you shouldn't date anybody. But as I became an adult, I'm like, then what happens to these people when they're 30, 35, 40? Like you have nobody to go back home to
Absolutely.
now. Like it's really, and I feel like that's something K-pop fans, some are very selfish with, because I understand you like want this man or woman all to yourself, but these people have to go home at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
And they're gonna go home to nothing.
Absolutely.
There's nobody to talk to.
Absolutely.
And
And if he
it
chooses
sucks.
you, the world will still hate him, hun. So let's stop it.
And I'm just like, now I see K-pop idols or even like actors getting married, and I get so happy for them.
Absolutely.
I'm like, oh my god, I can't wait to see your children if you choose to have children. I'm like, oh, I get so excited now because I'm like, especially when Hyunbin got married. When he got married, I was so happy for him. You would think like I know this man. I don't even know this man, but just being like a fan of him when I was a child to now
Absolutely.
like being an adult and being like, wow, he doesn't have a girlfriend yet. And then seeing him get married, I was like,
Absolutely.
it's amazing. So I wish that's something that would change in K-pop.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Even Yisingi as well, with his one as well. I'm like, these people are really lonely. And then you see people like, you know, harming themselves and you're thinking, oh, why? Pressure.
I wonder
like,
why.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's such a mystery.
Like we're all part of the problem. Well, let me not say we, because I don't listen to K-pop anymore. Y'all part of the problem. She's part of the problem. I'm just kidding.
I'm trying to
just
fix the
kidding. I was
problem with my
also part of the
book. Okay.
problem. I was also part of the problem.
Guys,
I
I'm trying to
remember
fix the problem.
I was in middle school. I'll be like, Top should never have a girl. I used to be a really big fan of Top T.O.P. Oh my God, I was such a fan. Be like, oh, I hope he never gets a girlfriend. And now at this age, I'm like, that man needs a wife.
Like,
I'm like, can you get
please.
married, please? Like,
Please
please
start
get
living your
married.
life.
Like it's so interesting how it changes when you get older.
Yeah.
And you start realizing like everybody needs someone.
Absolutely.
Like you can't just go back to an empty house.
Absolutely.
After all that stress, especially. And realistically speaking, probably a lot of them do have girlfriends
True,
and
true,
boyfriends.
true.
And I am happy for you if you do.
True. And I
Date
hope
in
someday
private,
you
yeah.
can openly date and no one will bother you.
Yeah, and I hope someday K-pop fans would just not care.
I
about-
really hope so too.
Yeah,
I really hope so
like-
too. Because I really felt for like even the lead character
Mm-hmm.
loving someone and you can't even, the whole world wants you.
Yeah.
The one person you want
doesn't.
can't be with you because
Yeah.
not because they don't like you, but because they're afraid.
They don't want to be in the limelight. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
So that's kind of Mina's journey with June.
Yeah.
He knows how she feels, but she's too scared to, because I did mention she doesn't like to be seen. There's a reason for that, which you're going to discover later.
As you read, yeah.
So it's beyond their romance. You get to learn about Mina and her family, the struggles they have, because the past mistake I mentioned is between Mina and her twin sister. Oh, she's twin, by the way.
She has a twin
She's
sister.
twin, yeah.
Okay,
Mina and Dina.
Yeah. Oh, Mina and that's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mina and Dina. Yeah.
Yeah, so you get to see like their own growth, their journey through forgiving each other, and why she decides to hide herself and how she rediscovers how to show up to the world again, because having to live like a ghost for so long
Yeah.
really affected her a lot. So we get to see that journey, and I'm so excited. So with each book, you see Mina's growth, which is really beautiful. And yeah, I hope people love that.
I'm excited to like see what the story is. And why did you choose the name Mina and June? Because Mina is, I think most people think it's a Korean name, right?
Oh no, so it's definitely not Korean.
Oh, it's
funny
it's
enough.
not?
Oh, it's
Okay.
definitely not Korean.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm actually Muslim,
Okay.
and I actually wanted to make her Muslim, but I'm not ready for like the Islamic warriors coming to me.
There's no
Nah.
K-pop. That's Islam.
Exactly.
Islamic.
And like I'm not your typical Muslim, aka my hair's not
Yeah,
covered.
yeah.
So I didn't want,
Yeah.
I didn't want
The
I didn't
rah-rah.
want to smoke. So
Yeah.
I changed it from Amina to Mina.
Oh.
Yeah, so
'cause
her name's
Amina
actually
is-
Mina. Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I thought Dina, just went with that.
It goes with the twin sister. Yeah.
But June, there was a show I watched. I think it's called, is it The Pain of Love? It's Hard to Love. I've forgotten the name.
You've watched so many. You don't
I've watched
remember.
it, right?
You
So
don't
in this
even
specific
remember.
show, it was actually a little kid, and his name was June. I was like, oh my, I really like this name.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know what it was, but
Yeah.
it stuck with me. So when I created the character, he had to be June.
June. And it's also it's a short name, but also very easy to remember.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Mina and June.
Yeah.
They're both very easy to remember.
Remember.
Take us through you writing this, like the good things, the bad things. Because I'm sure it was a roller coaster. Writing a book cannot be easy. Because we'd all do it.
Do you know what it is? Writing was easier than editing. Editing is what I hate.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
But having never written before, I thought I had to go to school for this or whatever. Guys, you don't have to go to school for anything these days. Yeah.
You don't.
Learn a skill. Watch a YouTube video.
You don't.
I watched
Yeah.
YouTube videos, and I
Yeah.
have a book that has great reviews.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I did also have a publishing partnership company where I keep 100% of my royalties, but they help me with everything to publish. They're called Global Book Publishing. Shout out. So it's like a one-stop shop to publish. So they help you with editing, creating a book cover.
Ooh.
What's the word? Formatting.
Yeah, I
things
would
like
have not thought of that word,
Uploading
but-
it to Amazon,
Yeah.
all this stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, they help you all of that jazz. You obviously pay a fee, and then that's it. But the writing process, because the first book was, I think the story came to me. I did a 3-act structure, which just means the beginning, the middle, and the end. So that made it easier to flow with the whole story. I already
Yeah.
knew how I wanted it to end. Funny enough, actually, this wasn't the original ending.
Oh, you changed
Yeah, it was longer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, then the publishing company was like, Fatima's too long. Find a
Cut
new
it.
ending. And I'm like, oh my God, how
Yeah.
else can I end this?
Yeah, yeah.
I couldn't think, but then I found a good ending. People were like, it's a cliffhanger. And I'm like, really? It's not really, but anyways, go for
But
it.
doesn't it need to be a cliffhanger for the next
Right?
book?
Exactly.
Yeah. If
Why would you read the next one then?
Yeah, if it's done, why would you?
It's not
Yeah,
even that crazy of a
exactly.
cliffhanger. I'm like,
Yeah.
calm down, people.
Yeah.
It's not that serious.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a bit of a cliffhanger at the end of the second book that continues in the, I know, end of the first, but that continues in the second. The second book was a bit of a struggle to write, actually.
Oh, so you've already written it?
It's publishing in December 14th. Yeah, we're in
okay.
the production process right now.
Yeah.
Just doing the finishing touches of editing, and yeah, it'll be done. But what was also interesting is I wrote half of the book based in Korea, and I had never been. Yeah, I just used to research.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my friend had
Okay.
visited, so I asked her for all her videos of the airport, things she experienced, and I watch YouTube videos about certain things,
Yeah.
subway, the rules, like not sitting in the pink chair or like the older
for
people's
pregnant
chair.
ladies,
Yeah, I
yeah.
made sure Mina obviously made that mistake, and
Yeah.
she got told by Smart Joshi, like,
Because it
what's up?
happens. In real life, that will
Exactly.
happen. Yeah.
There was also another lady, which I'm so glad I experienced that feeling when I came. So when I first moved here and I was going into my Airbnb, some Ajuma was just there, like, standing staring at us. And I'm
Yeah.
like, hi.
Yeah.
I'm like, chewing. She was like, no. And I'm like, then sis,
Why are you looking?
Why are you here? Like,
Yeah.
and that's exactly what Mina experiences when she first moved in. And I'm like, I'm so glad that happened because it's real.
It's real. It's realistic.
This stuff really
yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
So my research was to the T. I'm proud of that.
Yeah. Because now you came and you're like, yeah, I got
Everything
it right.
tick, tick,
Yeah.
tick.
Yeah, and research is so like important because I think some
Absolutely.
people who have actually experienced Korea, if they were to read that and be like, okay, this is not true. They would have probably just kept the book down. But because you took so much time, how was that? How was the research process?
Do you know what it is? It was eye-opening because I learned so much. There's also another thing that I discovered in book 2, but I'll come back and tell you about that.
Don't forget, please.
I won't, don't worry. So yeah, with that one too, I learned so much. Like, you would hear people's story. I watched a lot of like real Koreans, and I asked my friends as well to just correct certain things. And it's just fascinating to see how things work differently, even with the whole bus system, how they drink, like the politeness of it, how you speak to people, how you bow. I researched all of that just to make sure I got it right. But I did a bit too much, and I'll explain what I mean. So I focused so much on getting the Korean side right, and I kind of forgot my own side.
Girl.
Because in my head, I'm like, they know, I know. They
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Like, it's in
But
my
they
head.
don't know.
They can see what I see.
They
It's cool.
We can't see it, girl.
And then I got a friend of mine, an author friend, Ernie, whose review you read earlier. And she was like, Fatima, I did not learn much about your culture.
Wow.
When she was a ARC reader, and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
How did I forget my people? Yeah. So I went back, added the touches I needed to add. And most of the reviews I have speak about how much they learn about African culture and Nigerian culture. And I'm like, thank God.
So you went back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So having an Asian sensitive reader is so important, because you think you're so focused on getting the Asian side right or wrong that you actually forgot what's important about your side. So yeah, that was really good to see. And just having more details, specifically naming things. So I wanted people to Google it. I had one of my readers, she's American. She went researching all the food types and like, I was so curious. I was like, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm hungry right now. I'm hungry. I want to eat all this food. There you go. Which is also why actually my second book, I included a real life restaurant based in Korea. It's a Nigerian restaurant. And I went to see the owner yesterday.
Itaewon?
Yeah. Of course. It's called Happy Home.
Yep.
So it was so nice to like have it be, or go in there and see what I described, because I only used pictures I saw online. I hadn't gone yet. So I just love that part of doing it from, just research to then seeing it in real life and experiencing it. So yeah, that's been fun.
Girl, you're a little journalist.
I love it.
Oh, she's a journalist.
We like to speak facts here while writing fiction.
Oh, which is so important.
Oh,
it's so important because it makes you so much more credible.
That's
So much, like, credibility is so important when you're a writer. Because what cultural elements from Nigerian, UK, and Korean culture did you choose to showcase in your book?
I love that question because when I was in the ARC reviewing process, I had my younger sisters read it as well, and they're based in Nigeria, and they went, no one wears leggings anymore. Oh. I'm like, we do in the UK. That's our uniform. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But so she couldn't really relate to that. And actually, both of my sisters mentioned it, and I'm like, why are you guys so obsessed with this? Like, I live here.
Yeah.
I live here, so I think I know.
Yeah.
So little things like that.
Wears leggings.
I'm wearing leggings right now.
Leggings
just
are so
to prove
comfortable.
It. Right?
Are they Gen Z? They must be Gen Z.
I didn't know.
They can't be millennials talking like that.
Well,
we wear leggings.
No, they are Gen Zs and Gen X. So
those are kids. You can't argue with children. They're children.
I love you, sisters.
Yeah, but y'all children. Stay in a child's
children.
place.
Stay in your children place, yeah?
I'm just kidding. But yeah.
So having that as well, a few people were like, and I'm like, guys, this is UK culture. I think I can speak for us.
Yeah.
If I say things like this. So I'll ask my UK friend, like, this is normal, right? And I'm like, yes. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm just checking. Just checking.
Yeah.
So things like that are different. And also the kind of things we say for certain things. For example, I think I'd mentioned, was it waiting for the green man? And someone had mentioned, what do you mean? And I'm like, in the UK, when it's time to cross, you would have like but this is also someone based, we just said the green man is there, so you walk down or whatever.
Yeah.
So just different systems like that. Well, also with Nigerian, I think I mentioned more about the food, and also I spoke a lot about hair because Mina does some drastic things to her hair. You're going to see that pretty early on.
Yeah.
Just going the extra length to hide herself.
Wow. Okay.
But only, unfortunately for Mina, it had the opposite effect because my girl was looking good. But yes,
it'd be like that sometimes. It do be like that. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah. And what about Korean culture? You were not done talking. I am.
No, it's okay, girl.
I saw you go, and I was like, oh, I got you.
It's okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah.
So with Korean culture, I wanted to show the daily lives and how like Hwesa sort of system works. Record label. I did a lot of research about just watching people that share their stories from working in a record company or record label, working with artists. I watch a lot of behind the scenes from K-pop idols, just them filming themselves, whatever. Because Mina works as an intern doing the YouTube recording for like the artists and stuff, and editing and adding like subtitles. So I wanted to add those elements into it just to give her a role that made sense to fit into his world as well, where she's doing her own thing. She didn't come chasing the guys. She also has dreams of her own. So yeah, things like that I put in. Also the names. It was really interesting to find names, like Korean names.
Yeah.
And with Mina as well, because her last name is very Nigerian as well. So Adebayo.
Adebayo?
Adebayo. Yeah.
What
Nigerians
tribe
are going
is
to
that
come
from?
for me. Yoruba.
Why are they coming for you?
Because I'm not pronouncing it like I should.
They're like, that's not how we pronounce it.
Okay, I'm going to say Adebayo.
Adebayo. Adebayo.
That's with the Nigerian accent. So yes, even my name, I'm not supposed to say Alabi. It's Alabi.
Alabi.
Yes.
It's Fatima or is it
Fatima for sure, because it's a
Fatima.
Muslim name. Yeah. It's just my last name that's
Fatima.
Yoruba.
Look at me questioning the pronunciation
Girl,
of your
don't
name.
worry.
Sorry.
No, the British, right? They go, what's your name? I'll be like, Fatima. They'll be like, Fatima.
That's exactly how I said it.
And I'm like, girl, let it go. Let it go.
Oh, it's Fatima too, guys. I'm sorry. Fatima.
Yeah.
Fatima. Okay, yeah.
So yeah, I added those elements and also Korean food, like the dishes I wanted to try. Oh, now I'm thinking about it. I should have added shike. I love.
You like shike?
Oh my gosh.
I don't like shike.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah.
Where have you had it?
I had it at like a bus stop thing.
No, I had it at a jijibang. Like you have to
I
have
heard
it.
it is better there.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I don't
It's
go
like-
to Jibangs, girl.
So good. The shock.
Let's talk about it.
The shock.
What did you think about? How was your first experience in a Korean sauna?
Funny enough, yeah, because when you see it in the dramas, you see them with like the cute
Yeah.
hair.
The boiled egg.
Exactly, like
yeah.
cracking.
Yeah.
I tried to crack on my friends.
It hurts.
We both tried and nothing cracked but our brains. Okay.
Those eggs are hard.
It's so hard.
They're
Oh my
so
goodness,
hard.
it was so painful.
Yeah.
So yeah, I always imagine like you wear the outfit, have your little towels, go into the different saunas, and then you go eat. That was my, thought.
Yeah.
And I entered and I saw bums.
Everybody's
and
naked. Yeah.
I'm like, what's going on? My friend was laughing her ass off. She was like, did you not know? I was like, no.
Because they don't show that in the K-drama.
They don't show that part.
You don't show
They
it.
don't show that
You see
part.
everybody's clothed, so you don't think everybody's gonna
So I'm like-
be in the locker room naked.
And let's talk about the towel size.
Oh my, it's like a tissue paper, guys.
Like towels in Korea,
They're tiny.
you would never find a full size towel. Bring your own.
Even in Kupang, it's hard to find a big
Yeah.
towel. Yeah,
They don't do big. So I
because they
saw
like
a lot-
using it once and
Exactly,
washing
just letting it go.
Yeah,
I saw a lot of the girls like doing half, so I had to do that. But after a while, I was like, just let it go. No one cares.
nobody does.
Nobody actually cares. And then I saw a few other black girls. They also were like, what's going on? So I was like, girl, you gotta go shower first.
But yeah, you gotta
And they're
wash
like,
yourself.
Oh, we're there? I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, I feel you, girl. I was just like you a few seconds ago. I'm gonna help you out. Over
See,
there.
girl, I can't. I've gone. When I go to the chimjibangs, I go to the dry area. So I will like
Ooh.
hurry up, change my clothes, and I'm like, oh, I'm so shy.
Because they said you
And then I'll
have
go
to
to-
shower first.
Girl,
So you
fuck
have
that.
to go through the nakedness.
I
It's
don't.
a part you can't
I
skip.
shower at home, and
I'm
then
done.
I go.
She said I already showered.
Like, it's only 5-minute walk. How dirty can I get in that 5 minutes? It's okay, guys. It's fine. But no, I shower first. I go change dry area. I've never touched the wet area. Have you gone to like the wet area?
Girl, I was in the bath.
Wow, you're brave.
Yes. My
Ooh,
friend
she's
and I
sad.
were
Don't
in there.
scare. Free them.
Like, I had like the half.
yeah.
And then I'll go in and then I'll put it on my head.
Ah,
and then
yeah.
I'll come out again.
And put
But
it back. Yeah.
After a while, it's just like, you know what? Let it go.
It is what it is
Let
after
it go.
a while.
No one cares.
Yeah.
They're not going to remember you.
They probably
They
won't.
probably remember my bum, but it's okay.
They'll be like, that's a nice bum. That's what they're
It's
probably
cute.
thinking.
I was
Yeah.
giving cheeks.
I was giving nyash.
It's giving bum bum. But yeah, it was
Girl.
really a unique experience.
It's a culture shock.
It
for
is.
Sure.
It
yeah.
definitely
They're very
was.
comfortable with nakedness in there.
But I love the confidence. Like, they do not
Oh,
care.
no.
I
They're-
was born like this.
This is gonna be so mean to mention.
Go on.
It's a real experience. They just be taking the dryer and just.
Ooh, get in there.
They don't
And like-
care.
Oh
I'm
my
just like-
goodness. Yeah.
It's like wow.
But I do
don't
like
care.
that though, because when you hear about how they see bodies online, you think, oh, they would like hide. But
Yeah.
they're really comfortable with
They don't
themselves.
care.
They really don't care. But I think
Yeah.
it's also because they've been taken to
Since
those
they were
places from when
kids.
they were kids.
Yeah, since they were kids.
So they're used to that whole environment.
Yeah.
It was just, I saw a lady, she brought her daughter, I think for like she's introducing her daughter into it. So she's still
Oh,
full
yeah.
of, she
Like
seemed a bit
awkward.
resistant. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my gosh, this is just, yeah. It's awkward.
Wow, that's actually really cute to like
Right?
have a mommy daughter
Exactly
thing. Yeah.
moment.
Yeah. Oh, girl, I can't. Maybe because I'm like in the West, you just don't be going. Even though I feel like
Do you know
you
what
do
it
be.
is? It's also, mine was more shocking because even growing up, so I'm the first girl in my family, and growing up, I had my older brother, my younger brother. So we all would obviously dress separately.
Yeah.
But my mum was also like a tomboy.
Oh,
We
okay.
never like, oh, girls, no.
Yeah, girly
Do
day.
your own thing, I do my own thing. So
Yeah.
it was a bit like, even the first time I'd gone to a sleepover with my cousins, and she was like, oh, let's shower together. I'm like, why?
I'm like, no, I'm okay.
And then she just tripped, and I was just staring like, wow. That was the first time I'd seen another female's body.
Yeah.
It was shocking.
Because you're just
Yeah.
like, oh.
I'm like, why would you just get naked in front of people? Like, what are you doing?
That is actually, I'm also very, and especially because I'm a model. And when you're a model, you just kind of strip anywhere.
true,
like,
true.
nobody, I'm like, where's the changing room? I'm not stripping
not
in
that
front of these
model,
people. I
honey.
do not know
I am
these people.
not that model.
Like, I don't know these people. Where's the changing room? Which is always funny because, like, I see models strip and I'm like, where did I get my shyness from? Like, why am I not comfortable with nakedness?
I think it's something about Africans just not being
It
comfortable
might
being
be.
naked.
Yeah, because even in Kenya, you don't see people like
Just going around with their
It's also
bum.
weird to even see people with short skirts, you
True.
know? So to see a person in Kenya just fully naked, it's like a,
I think it's something that they embed in you, like you
Probably.
shouldn't, especially being female.
Yeah.
You're always told you shouldn't like show yourself in certain
Exactly.
ways,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
And growing up in a mixed household for me as
Yeah.
well, you had to do things separately. So yeah, it was really shocking.
yeah, I
to-
also have a brother, so there's no reason
You see
for
what I'm
me
saying?
to be.
So it's like,
Yeah.
you're always just like my female friends that have all sisters, they're just out there. And I'm like, yeah, she's like, yeah, I don't care.
Must be nice, guys.
Right?
I don't even do bikinis.
Girl,
Don't do bikinis.
I'm going to still wrap stuff around and just be
Yep, I'm
uncomfortable the whole
covered in
time.
yash.
This is it.
I gotta make sure my titties are
Protected.
Yeah, I'm not doing those little like the thong panty thing. I can't. I see girls doing. I'm like, but for me, I'm like, absolutely
Go
not.
crazy.
I'm like, I
Just
don't
not
care if
me.
I'm a model. I'm not doing it. Yeah, I
It's
don't. Maybe
lying.
it is like I think you did say it right. Maybe it's like a cultural difference thing because in Kenya it's not. It's kind of frowned upon to just be naked and just doing your own thing out there.
Exactly.
So it is embedded in my head.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Oh, I just thought about something I should have added
Mm-hmm.
actually. So one of the main reasons why I made the characters
Mm-hmm.
interracial was my experience dating interracially.
Okay.
So my thoughts were more, I was ready for the hate to come from the other side. So when it came from my side,
Oh.
I was shocked. Like,
Wow.
yeah, I was
Tell,
really
tell us a little
shocked.
bit about that.
So I was dating, will I say Middle Eastern? He was from Afghanistan, but he had lived in the UK for like 10 years. And when people found out, they were like, someone called me extreme.
Because
was-
I'm dating somebody
Yeah.
from Afghanistan?
He was like, why are you so extreme? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't
What does that
understand.
even mean?
Last I checked, he was human.
Yeah. What is that? It's not you're dating an animal.
Like, I had like a lot of horrible comments made, and it shocked me because I didn't realize people thought that way.
Yeah.
Especially our people. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I get but it's like, whoa. So I wanted to write the story to show the discrimination from both sides. It's not just one-sided. And I hope people learn that it's not about what this person looks like, but
Yeah.
rather what these two people feel for each other is what's important. And I remember there was a comment in one of my videos where the girl was like, oh, what did she even say? Oh, why are you making them a fetish?
What
And
do
I
you mean,
said,
the Korean man?
like, no, like the fact that I'm putting them together.
How's that a
it's
fetish?
a fetish. And I'm like, do you know what fetish means? Because I don't think so. And then like one of my friends had commented, because she's married interracially as well. And she said, oh, no. I shared a story about my first interracial encounter.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I had spoken about this guy that I liked, and it hadn't hit me that he wasn't black.
Oh.
So the thing I liked about him was his sideburns. Like his
Okay.
hair came down here, and I was like, just staring at it, like, oh my gosh, I don't know what it is about his hair, but
Yeah.
yeah, I like him.
Yeah.
And then my cousin was like, oh, where's the guy you like? And I was like, oh, there he is. And she was like, oh, he's not black. I was like, oh my God, he's not black.
I didn't hit you.
Like, I was shocked. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God, it's just hit me. I was so focused on the sideburns, I
Yeah.
forgot about his race.
About the race part. Yeah.
And then the girl was like, so if you didn't know he was black, but if you didn't know he wasn't black, then what do you think he was?
Yeah.
And my friend commented, she thought he was human.
Because some people don't go into thinking about race first.
Facts.
Yeah. You just see someone you like.
And I'm like, perfect comment. I had
Yeah.
nothing else to say to that person.
Yeah. Yeah.
People don't realize, like, me personally anyway, if you line up my ex, they look nothing like each other. If I like you, I like you. I don't care where you're from. I don't care. Yeah, no. So it's just more about going with your emotion rather than like looking at and, what's the word? Making a list on paper of what this thing fits like or whatever.
Yeah.
Even when I told my parents, I was like, Mom and my dad, like, the person I might end up with is not probably going to be Nigerian, who knows, or even
Probably.
black.
Yeah.
My mom was like, am I going to live with him, or are you going to live with him?
Facts.
It's your life.
He's not my problem. He's your problem.
Yo,
Yeah.
like, do you?
Exactly.
My dad just be having a good time. Like, if I'm dating someone else in my race, he'd call them by the country. He'd be
Yeah.
like, how's Afghanistan doing? And he'd start laughing.
That is the most African thing I've ever heard.
Now that I'm in Korea,
How
he's like,
is
are you going to bring
Korea
your Korean
doing?
men now? Are you going to, I'm going to
Oh
have
my
a
God,
Korean
why are
son-in-law.
African parents like that? As soon as I moved to Korea, so are you getting married to a Korean man? And I'm like, I don't know.
Like, I'm just out here living my life.
I'm just trying to live.
Absolutely.
Like, sheesh, yeah, okay. Was it hard for you? I'm guessing because you were in an interracial relationship, it wasn't hard for you to make a novel about interracial relationships, or was it?
It wasn't. It was different to write about, you know, a South Korean and Nigerian because you have to get those two things right. But what I loved about it is I wanted to also show people why I dated them interracially. And it's simple. It's not about a race. It's about love. That's why it wasn't so hard. So the little moments that you feel something will happen and you like understand why her heart was beating so fast.
Yeah.
The things he would do, the things she would do. I just love those little moments. And
Yeah.
I really wanted that to happen. So initially, I wanted to start the book from when he was already an idol. But I thought, no, I want people to see what's
The
led
build
to
up.
that love.
Yeah.
Because that's just so cliche. Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
He's
blah, blah,
already an
this,
idol. Yeah.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
them growing up together, if you see like the memories they share is so precious. I even go as far as them when Mina was 8 years old. When they first meet. Yeah.
Okay,
So you
wow,
see
okay.
like you get to see how they grow. And you know that whole he fell first or she fell 1st. You get to see that as well. Did Mina fall first or did he fall
I
first?
think June fell first. Making assumptions. Yeah.
I love it. And I love June. I have another character called Dongmin, Kim Dongmin, inspired by Cha Eun-woo again. So Dongmin is kind of different from June, where he is more carefree, outgoing, risk taker. He would F shit up if he has to. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
And him and Mina become friends. So I named him Dongmin, which is Cha Eun-woo's real name, because I hope and wish Cha Eun-woo could be that free. So I wanted, and he's also an idol. So creating a character like that was my way of breaking him free into that moment. So yeah, I feel like Mina gets to see the Cha Eun-woo that we see, which is like, you know, the guy that has to be reserved and the one that can be free. And I made them two different characters.
Oh, that's a lot of thought into the names and the characters.
Absolutely.
Wow. Apart from the love part, what do you hope people get from reading this book?
Family, forgiveness, and how people view themselves. Because Mina saw her face as a weapon or like something that could destroy somebody else's life because she was twin. So whatever she did can affect her sister because they're identical.
Yeah.
And people can mistake them for each other. So just seeing how important her reflection or the importance her reflection carried was very important for me to reflect. And seeing her relationship with her mom, her sister, people would actually think this is just based on Mina and June. You will see a lot about Mina's own life and the struggles she go through because she's the narrator, should I say. So it's her story. And you grow with her. Sometimes she'll frustrate you. She'll drive you crazy.
Piss you off, yeah.
Exactly. But I feel like it's so real because we don't always do the things we want to do. One of the elements I really wanted to add, you know, when you're watching TV shows and you see the main character give up or like sacrifice themselves for somebody else. And I'm like, I would do that too. And it makes me sad that that is true.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Mina does it, but I'm hoping by the time we get to the third book, she learns to choose herself as well.
Be a little selfish. Yeah.
Exactly. Like,
Yeah.
you matter too, girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Ooh, girl.
I'm learning to teach myself that, and I'm hoping Mina can learn that too. So I could say that's the element of me I put into Mina, and that wanting to be invincible. People that have been bullied know that feeling. People that are scared of certain things know that feeling. So just seeing her navigate that through life, and also using K-pop as a way to find solace, and having her best friend. Funny enough, when I ask my readers, so I have a group, every time someone reads the book and, you know, messages me,
Yeah.
I add them to a group
Yeah.
I created for like all my readers. And I always ask them like, who's your favorite character in the whole book? To my shock,
Yeah.
it's June's sister, G1.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
G1 is actually a girl I met on like the name I chose, Hello Talk. the language
Oh,
exchange app.
Yeah.
I met this girl and she was so nice. And I just remembered her being, I just loved her spirit. So I named G1 after her.
Yeah,
Her account got deleted, but I just could never forget her.
Dang.
Yeah.
If only you still had like her
I know, right? So she
contact.
knows.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I made that G1, and G1 is like the person I hope to be. Well, I feel like I'm a bit of G1 and a bit of Mina sometimes. She's very bubbly, happy-go-lucky. She sees Mina's struggle, but knows she doesn't want to talk about it. So she would always give her escape by trying to always talk about like bubbly stuff and light-hearted things, but also make her aware that I'm here for you when she needs to be. So everybody, well, majority, so far I'll say 85% love G1.
That's a huge percentage.
That is a huge.
Not even the two
I
main
was
characters.
shocked.
Yeah.
Because I thought everybody would say June, Dongmin or Mina.
Yeah.
A lot of them say
The sister's
G1.
getting love.
Like,
Yeah.
we love ourselves from G1. So I love that people felt what I wrote about G1 so dearly. She didn't even have that much scenes, but people still loved her so much.
So there was an impact to her
Absolutely.
character. Yeah.
Absolutely. And that really, having that group has really helped shape book 2. I would ask them, like, what do you want to see more of? And someone mentioned an epilogue. And I'm like, oh, so now book 2 has a prologue and an epilogue.
An epilogue. Okay.
And that really helps the story. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, readers are the best, by the way.
This is
I
why
love
you
my
need to talk
readers.
to your readers.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
They give you the best ideas.
Yeah.
And I also asked them, like, who do you want to see more of? G1. And I wrote in G1 more because of
That's
that.
really
Just
good.
exactly.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I was like, they love her so much. It's crazy. So I had to give her more limelight because, yeah, she deserves it.
Yeah.
She needs to shine.
Oh, girl. That means you have a lot more work to do, though.
There we go.
Gotta make all these characters a little bit more
Yeah.
juicy. Yeah.
Book 2 was a struggle to write, though, because, like I said earlier, I had found a new ending. I had to cut out 22,000 words.
That's a lot.
Yeah. So that's now
Yeah.
the first half of book 2.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I had written it so long ago,
Yeah.
starting again,
Yeah.
I felt disconnected to the story at that point because I'm
Yeah.
like, I focused on marketing, editing. I'd read the book so many times at that point. But then most of the time when you're reading through, you're editing certain parts or just looking at spelling mistakes, whatever. You're not really reading the book anymore. So I had to go like reread it again just to experience the end, what even happened at the end.
Yeah.
And then connect with that emotion and then start writing again. But having these ideas for my readers of knowing what they want and things like that, it really helped. Oh, another thing that actually really helped me was this OST from The Queen of Tears. What's it called again? Is it
I don't know the OST.
Love You With All My
I
Heart?
can-
You know the one that, I was born to love you with all my heart.
I'm not gonna.
Oh,
lie. I
this
did-
song is so...
Yeah.
You need to listen to it.
I'll write the name of
You
the
need
song.
to listen
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah.
Like, I was just like, what is this?
Yeah.
What is this magic?
Yeah.
And because for me, the way the song was expressed was how June feels about Mina.
Yeah.
So it really helped me like write the romantic scenes. And one thing I love for June, he loves you, Mina, but girl, he's gonna say how he feels. And I love that. I love the realness about the characters. So that song really inspired a big scene in the second book. It was hard also to write because things kind of go downhill. And even when I'm watching a TV show or reading a book, I hate those moments in a book. And I'm like, oh,
Because it has to be there.
exactly. I don't want to read it and I don't want to write it.
Yeah,
So how am I
yeah.
going to write this? It was a struggle for me to make June go through that. Because I loved him. And even from like when I get people's reaction from book 1, they'll be like, oh, June is very good. I'm like, girl, have you seen what Mina put him through? I'm so sorry, but
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Because Domain has the freedom to like express themselves. A lot of them are leaning towards Domain. And it makes me so sad for June because I'm like,
Yeah.
June, I know you, bro. It's okay.
I'm trying my best to write you
Exactly.
in.
Like,
Yeah.
people need to know who you are, because I feel like I know him better than anybody else.
Yeah, of
I do.
course. Of course, yeah.
Oh, and some of the pivotal like moments or locations in the book, we have London Bridge. It plays a massive key part.
Yeah.
Actually, the cover for book 2 has a silhouette of London Bridge.
Okay, yeah.
So
Yeah.
check it out. Really cute. So this one, if you look into that book, turn it around, face it to you.
Oh, me? Okay.
Yeah. Look
Yeah.
inside. Do you see something?
There's Chamshir Tower.
Yeah.
Lotte Tower. There's like a...
Yeah, the Lotte
Can
Tower's
you
in
guys see
there.
it? Right
Yep.
there. There's a Lotte Tower.
Yeah.
I didn't even look at it that hard to notice.
Yeah, so-
Is this the Chamshir skyline I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Ooh,
So all of
okay.
my book covers have something that's telling
Yeah.
in
yeah.
the story. So you know she goes to Korea at some point.
Yeah.
Even the stars, there's a reason for the stars. It plays a big part in the book.
In the book, yeah.
At
yeah.
London Bridge. You find out.
Okay, now I'm
Yeah.
gonna look for the next book too.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. And you did say this before. You're writing about a black girl who's in love with a Korean boy. So I'm sure some of the comments have been not so nice because people just hate to see black women win.
Right.
Oh, that was an evil laugh. Sorry. That was such an evil laugh. I love when people are mad because of black girls winning.
Right.
Stay mad.
But you know what's funny though? At first, before the book came out,
Mm-hmm.
I had a lot of like, for example, the fetish comment or whatever.
Yeah.
People were like making, and then when I said to the girl, like, was it a fetish one
Mm-hmm.
or something else? And I was like, I've dated interracially. So
Yeah.
I'm writing from experience. She's like, oh, but you should have said that. Why do I need to say that?
Why would you need
Why
to
is
say
it
that?
weird for, two different races to date? Like,
Yeah.
insane to me.
People are interesting, girl.
Right?
Yeah.
But what I've had, which actually breaks my heart,
Mm-hmm.
is black girls messaging me or making comments asking, how dark is she? Because they're worried it's a light-skinned girl, which is more acceptable.
Oh, like the colorism thing. Yeah.
And I'm like,
yeah.
oh, don't worry. She's as black as chocolate.
She's Nigerian.
Hello, chocolate.
Yeah.
So I'm like, don't worry, she's black.
Yeah.
Hazelnut
wow.
chocolate. So it made me sad.
Damn, that is sad. Yeah.
Even when people would like think about it being made to a movie, they're like, oh, it would make sense, but a mixture is gone. I'm like,
But she's not.
she's not, like, really?
I wouldn't watch it. No offense.
I
I'm not watching
deliberately,
it. It needs to be a chocolate
you
queen.
see what I'm saying?
It needs
I
to be.
deliberately made
Yeah.
her that brown
Yeah.
because it's real. And why is it crazy for him to like a girl that looks like her?
A dark skinned woman.
Like, why is it crazy? Yeah. So
People are
that made me
interesting.
so sad.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I've actually had most of my readers most of them are actually I don't know how to say this without sounding weird, of the white descent, and they love it.
Of
They
the
absolutely
Caucasus
love
Mountain. I'm just kidding.
it. They
Yeah.
love
Oh,
it.
not the white decent. Yeah.
the-
Just white people.
White people.
Yeah.
They love it. They love the story. They love the
Get
characters.
out,
Like,
white
yeah,
folk. Okay.
They love it.
Glad to see it.
I love my readers.
Yeah.
I'm actually meeting one of them tomorrow. She's here in Korea. Yeah.
Okay.
Sarah, hello.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's awesome.
I know, right?
Yeah,
How cool.
Yeah.
How cool.
Wow, this world is tiny, y'all.
This is it.
So
But
you
it's
should be nice to
though,
everyone.
like,
Yeah.
With the readers coming together, I love how much they take this book to be so near and dear to them, and we're looking forward to the second one and just being so supportive.
Yeah.
Oh, another little tea.
Yeah.
In my book, who we all love.
Uh-huh.
Oh, this is going to be a spoiler. I'm trying to think. In the book, there's a Zodiac Cafe, and it's what it is. You come in and order your drink, and they give you a cup with your Zodiac sign. And each drink has their own sort of menu and things like that. And a real life Zodiac Cafe is opening in Nigeria.
Oh wow.
My best friend loved this book so much. He read it like 4 times.
Wow.
He runs businesses. And I
Yeah.
called him last year, December, like, I want to do this. And he's like,
Yeah.
I'll do it with you.
Yeah.
And now we have a cafe opening.
That's awesome.
know.
Oh my God. Do you want to shout out where it's going to be? 'Cause-
Yeah, it's going to
Yeah.
be in Abuja, we'll say
Yeah.
too,
Yeah.
if you guys want to visit. So in the second book, at the very end, you will see like a shot of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm excited. I'm going to ask you for all those details so I can plug them in
Absolutely,
the comment
please.
section. So that's awesome.
Thank
I really want to ask you about how Korea has been, but like the time is running out.
No worries.
So can you give us a short of how Korea has been for you so far?
It's been wonderful, actually. I've been to about 5 cities so far.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That is a
I've been-
lot.
My
That's a
friend
lot.
was tourist crazy.
Yeah.
I've been to Jeonju, I've been to Gwangju, I've been to Busan, I've been to Suwon, I'm here in Seoul.
And so, yeah.
So far, Jinjushi is my favorite city.
Wow. I bet the
Yeah.
people are way nicer.
Do you know what it is? I have a friend there. She used to live in London and she's moved back and she's been asking me to come. And she and her husband hosted it so nicely. Went to the Lantern Festival. It was just the best experience.
Yeah.
The city's so warm. So yeah, that's my favorite so far.
Jinjushi. Okay. Yeah.
The weirdest experience I've had was I was on the bus and my Joshi, like, this is me.
Oh my God.
And I'm like,
Girl, they don't care. Yeah.
personal space?
None. Non-existent. That's like one thing that was also culture shock for me. There's no such thing as a personal bubble in Korea.
The stare was like, what? I didn't even know what to do.
You'll probably hear them breathe on you.
Oh my goodness.
There's no such
Lord.
thing as
But so
personal
far it's been nice
space.
though. People have been
Yeah.
really kind. Like when I say like a little Korean, oh 한국말 잘해, and I'm like
Always.
조금 할 수 있어요. And they're like they just go. I'm
Yeah,
like,
you're just
"Oh,
like, I said a little bit.
아줌마 천천히 적당히 제발.
I remember it always used to be like that back in the day when I first, because my Korean was also like, it was not as good as I am right now. And they'll be like, "Oh, your Korean is so good," and they go on to tell me about their family in Korean, and I'm like, I don't know what you're saying. I just said "안녕하세요, sir." That's all I said.
That's all I said.
It's like you saying hello to me and me having a conversation with you.
No, for me though,
Yeah.
I've learned Korean from watching K-dramas. Funny enough,
That's the best way to learn.
Right? I understand more than I can speak because I
yeah.
haven't had a lot of practice. So
Yeah.
being here has really been good. Being
'Cause
able
you
to
speak
practice
now.
exactly,
Yeah, yeah.
exactly.
Ooh, that's exciting.
It is.
Okay, what do you want to plug where people can find your book before we end?
Yes, guys. So this book is available on Amazon globally. You can also order it from my website, www.fatimaalabi.com.
Yeah.
And the second book is out December 14th. So look out for that. You can pre-order now when you're ready, but you can absolutely read this at the moment. So yeah,
Ooh,
this
that's exciting.
book,
Yeah.
I hope would teach people about love, family, forgiveness, culture, and just self-kindness.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And self-worth, because
absolutely.
clearly, apparently, Mina
Girl,
is going to learn
work
some of
on
that.
yourself.
I was going to learn a little bit of that. Is there anything that you wanted to say today that you don't think you said yet?
Massively with the book, right? I really do hope like things change with K-pop. I really, really do. And like just, I feel like Korea is a beautiful place and the world is starting to discover it.
Yeah.
I just wish they wouldn't be so judgmental or harsh to each other or other people, because even what's happened with Rise, however you pronounce it, it's just so sad that people are not allowed to make mistakes. Like guys, we're human. It's okay. And I hope we continue to develop in that way. And love, please, please, please. It doesn't matter what you look like, okay? Love who you want to love.
Yeah.
I support you.
We all support you. Do you, boo.
Do you?
Do you, boo. Is that all? Is there anything?
If I've forgotten anything, Fatima, I forgive you.
Okay, she forgives you, Fatima.
You're enough.
And you'll be back in Korea someday. So
Yes,
you can
me
always
too,
come back.
yay.
You can come with your book, and also you can tell us a little bit more about your experience being in Korea.
Absolutely.
Because 5 cities, there's a lot that can happen
Oh,
between those 5
I've got some
cities.
advice, honey.
Yes, girl.
Yeah.
Give us one of the advices.
Ooh.
Like, what's one thing you would tell people like traveling for the first time in Korea?
If you want to do tourism and you want to like see all the places, book a tour. Listen to me, book a tour. My friend and I kept getting lost, going to the wrong places, wasting so much time and money. Like when we got smarter, we had to do a tour from Busan to Gwangju.
Yeah.
Instead of booking a train ticket to go to Gwangju, we did a tour going from Busan, going to Gwangju, and we
Okay.
just didn't come back. Saved on train ticket,
Okay.
seen the whole city in a day,
Yeah.
and you had a personal driver. Use your brain.
You don't even gotta think too much because he's taking you everywhere.
Use your brain.
Yeah.
So guys,
Book
be
a tour.
smart and get cash. When you're landing at the airport, you're gonna need it. You're gonna need it.
Yeah.
Whatever you're gonna buy first, T-money, climate card,
You need to
have
add
cash.
money into
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
have cash.
Do you think you've said everything?
I think I said everything.
She said everything,
I'm
guys.
gonna
She
regret
said
it
everything.
later.
No, you're
Think
gonna
that
be
I've
back
left
in
something
December,
out?
so she'll be back, guys.
I'll be
She'll
back,
be back
okay.
in December, God willing. She'll be back
Hopefully,
in
December, January, February. We'll see.
Whatever you are, you'll be here. You'll be here again, guys. That's what I'm trying to say.
I'll be back.
You will. But thank you so much, Fatima, for coming
course.
on. Thank you guys for watching another episode of Korea Unfiltered. If you are a podcast listener, make sure to give us 5 stars so we can get up in the algorithm. If you are a YouTube viewer, make sure you like, subscribe, and share with your friends so you're not a stalker, because like 80% of y'all are not subscribed. You need to subscribe. Are you subscribed?
Are they not subscribed? Of course I'm
They're
subscribed.
not subscribed. You better be subscribed.
Girl.
Watch me go.
She was about
try
to delete
fight-
this episode.
It's about to start fighting you. just hands.
Throw in hands, honey. We don't want that.
Can you
We
imagine
don't
they
want
go to
that.
somebody's podcast and they start fighting you?
Like,
What?
subscribe at the very end. Like,
That would be
bro.
the biggest
you should've told
nutcase
me at the
ever. I was like,
beginning.
what the hell's wrong with this person? But anyways, guys, that is another episode of Korea Unfiltered. Thank you so much for coming.
My
And I look
pleasure.
forward to seeing you again, and also for reading your book,
Of
The Strings
course.
Between Love and
and
Race. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye, guys.